Well, we are back as Dylan joins the table with an update on that health battle facing music superstar Celine Dion.
Yeah, it's coming from a member of her family. NBC's Stephanie Gosk is here with more. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Oh, a lot of love here for Celine.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Feels like a good time for a boost.
Just anybody. I need mommy and daddy to be there.
Yeah.
Cute.
All right, guys. Still ahead, award-winning actress and...
We've got some big upsets, some Cinderella stories in our holiday hits bracket.
okay.
We want to tell you all about that, so you don't want to miss it. But first, your local news and weather.
Weather, best time of the morning.
All right, come on, Dylan.
All right, you guys ready for a little pop start?
Yes.
And we got to start off talking about Carson. You know, we're missing our buddy Carson, but he is very busy out on the West Coast. Last night, the top 5 finalists at 8, 7 Central here on NBC, or we'll text Carson.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what happened?
Yeah, find out. All right, next up, Conan O'Brien, the legendary talk show host. President Biden will be available on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get your podcasts. It will also air starting tomorrow on the Conan O'Brien radio channel on SiriusXM.
Great podcast.
It is. He's so funny. All right, next up, Wednesday. Another member of the Addams family is getting their own series on Netflix.
We play a lot of classics
Nostalgia,
this year.
right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, taps
I think
into
you're
that.
right.
Head to today.com, cast your vote for the next round.
Okay, cool. Just ahead, look who's here. I'm so excited. The very talented Cynthia Erivo.
Just want to say thank you for coming to the show today.
Thank you. Awesome crowd. Okay, coming up, the
Just a sec.
Wait,
Hold on a sec.
Congratulations, guys. All right, coming up, the wildly talented Cynthia Erivo.
We're taking your questions when it comes to winter illnesses. You know, like when you should actually stay home from work or school, or when you actually have to go.
How much Al just amused
Oh, he cracks himself up. Cracks himself up.
I love it.
By the way, tomorrow here on Today, guys.
Well, I'm thinking about Dylan and interviewing
Let's
Zac
not get into
Efron.
that.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Let's not.
Hamana.
Yeah.
Didn't go well.
Hamana.
Yeah,
I remember.
that's how that interview
I forgot
went.
about that. You're right. Al, do you promise that you'll go around the horn after the weather?
Absolutely. But first, let's show you what we've got.
The suspense is killing you guys, right? What's in this basket? Guys, we've got a treat for the crowd this morning. Starbucks drinks and gift cards. They're a simple gesture. It can brighten anyone's holiday. So to spread some cheer, everyone here in Rockefeller Plaza is not getting just 1, but 2 Starbucks gift cards. There you go. You can get your favorite sweet drink. You can get your favorite coffee. I'm sure you need it. Here we go. We've got 2 for everybody. Don't worry, we've got plenty to go around. There we go. We're just handing them all out. Take 1, pass it down. Take 1, pass it down. So thank you, Starbucks, for a little holiday cheer. There we go. All right, back to you guys.
Okay.
And a good Tuesday morning. Welcome to this 3rd hour of Today. I'm Craig. I'm Dylan.
I'm Dylan.
You're Dylan.
I'm Craig. This is Dylan.
Here's the truth. We're looking at the monitor. And
We know it looks ridiculous.
No, I know. We're just going to be honest
We
with
know.
you. We feel like we're at the kids' table at
I feel like this is our own personal buddy up.
That's why you thought you were Dylan.
I did.
And,
We're so close.
and we've got this garland, which
it's
is
pretty.
It's
It's
very
pretty,
sharp.
but it's very sticky.
And
it hurts.
We stretch beyond this.
And here's the thing. Wait until we add 2 more people to
That's
the
right.
desk.
So they're going to be in real trouble.
I'm going to get a run in my
The
stockings.
kids' table's the fun table. So happy holidays.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's our little buddy up here.
6 days till Christmas.
And a lot of
Let me
folks
thank you
already
much.
getting ready to travel. The weather, though, is having a major impact on the early holiday rush. NBC's Emily Akeda is live at Newark International Airport in New Jersey. Hey, Emily, yesterday's storm certainly backed things up a bit.
Emily, thank you so much. And hopefully you're going to get out of Newark Airport, because that doesn't look like fun. If you've spent any time at Newark Airport, you know that's not fun. Anyway, East Coast is going to be okay.
All right, well, that's good. We'll take that.
All right, and because we have so much space here, we've decided to add 1 more person to the party.
Welcome. It's very sharp.
Christine's here because we're going to talk about correspondent. Christine Romans is here with more Bah Humbug.
Good morning. I know, the green for the Grinch. No, there's a couple of different issues here happening that could come to your Christmas tree.
Exactly. Well, so then back to, the retailers impacted by the cyber attack.
Yeah.
I think it was North Face and Vans. If someone at home has ordered something from either of those 2 companies, will they get them in time
You
for
got to
Christmas?
check. We looked yesterday. It's really a terrible time of the year, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing with that Massimo watch, I went on their site. They actually have an iOS app. So
Really?
Wow. Now they do.
it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so you'll hear more. Those lawyers, legal teams on
I
both of their
bet.
sides will be working through the holidays, I'm sure.
All right, thank you.
Nice
all right,
to see
well,
you.
now we turn to
Cozy up.
Thanks, guys. I want to see if we can go all the way around the horn.
I know, right? Let's put it all in here. This story, actually, a lot of people are interested in
Yes.
this one. We're talking about an update on the health of music icon Celine at NBC's Stephanie Gosk here with more Good Morning.
Hey, Steph.
Yeah, it certainly is. I know a lot of people are hoping health, guys, as she brings to her music career.
That for sure.
Wow, literally 1 in a million.
Yeah, incredibly rare. So there's not much known about it, and it's a tough struggle.
We're doing our best for sure. Thank
All
you,
right,
Steph.
thanks, Steph.
You're welcome.
Well, when we come back, it is time for Asked and Answered. We brought our doctors together to get your medical questions answered as
gonna
we
sit
head
right up here.
into the holidays. That's right. They're actually going to get on our laps. It's going to be fantastic. Then later, actor Phoebe Denver answered of 2023. And you know what's better than one doc? Two docs. All right, we got NBC News medical contributors Dr. John Torres and Dr. Natalie Azar both here to answer some of our most pressing medical questions. Docs, good to see you.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right. Our first question is from a longtime listener, first-time caller. She asks, this is from Cecilia. She asks, we always hear stay home if you're sick, but how sick is enough to stay home? And then when are you well enough to go back?
That's a really great question.
That's right.
This is a great question
In
because
fact, just take a, no, there's Cecilia. We have our senior producer, Cecilia
selfless
Fang.
of her.
There you go. All right.
so one of the biggest things you want to look at is fever. If you have a fever, talking about 100 degrees or more, then you definitely want to stay home, regardless of how you feel.
Right.
On top of that, if you're coughing or sneezing and it's persistent, you can't do anything about it. Nobody wants you around anyway, so stay home as well. And if you test positive for any of the virus tests we have, COVID, RSV, flu tests, then stay home, follow the guidelines. Now, with COVID and flu, you can test both of those at home. They're quick tests to do.
Right.
There's a new one out that's a COVID-flu combination test. With RSV, it's a test you do at home and send in, or you have to go to a clinic to get it.
And then when are you well enough to go back?
So, do you remember before we had COVID, the rule of thumb was if you had the flu or a cold or strep, you had to be 24 hours fever-free without fever-reducing medicine, and then you could go back.
Right.
That still holds true. CDC, COVID threw a total wrench into that calculation. Now you actually have to follow their guidelines. If you have mild disease, you're still required to isolate for 5 days. You should be wearing a mask for a total of 10 days, but you can test out to get rid of that mask. And if you're either moderately or severely sick or immunocompromised, you may need to isolate longer. So again, COVID, different equation. You need to look at those guidelines
on
again.
that real quick? I feel like regarding a cough, my kid has like a cough for 4 weeks. I mean, when is it okay for him to be back amongst people?
So if it's a persistent cough that they have, but they don't have a fever, they seem to be feeling a lot better, and they can cover up. The important part is to make sure they understand that cover-up part. You can't keep them home for 4 weeks. So go ahead and send them back. But if otherwise they seem healthy, it's okay.
It's not like being infectious after all those weeks.
Okay, great. Was that your question?
Because we already asked the fever one. So you go ahead. Oh.
Okay, a couple of video questions. Let's start.
I was trying to get your attention for YouTube.
Let's start with Danielle from New Jersey.
Hi, Dr. John and Dr. Natalie. The weather's getting colder, so I was wondering, can being out in the cold really make you sick? And what's your advice on handling cold temperatures?
So it is a myth that the cold will make you sick. The way we get sick is if we breathe in other, like viral droplets, or if we touch something that's contaminated and then touch our faces. However, the cold temperatures can make you a little bit more susceptible to germs. For example, there's some data that the flu can survive longer in the cold. There's also data that your immune cells in your nose don't work as well when the temperature drops. And what do we do when it's so cold inside? We go inside, and being inside in recirculated air can definitely increase your susceptibility to getting sick. In terms of being outside and protecting yourself in cold weather, layering is really important, especially with little ones. If they start to shiver, if they're starting to feel a little bit like looking a little fatigued and not so with it, bring them inside, have them drink something warm, like a hot chocolate or something, and that will warm up their internal
And what about if people say, oh, you got wet, cold, is that cause a problem?
That's actually a real problem.
Is it really?
Yeah, so even if you get soaking wet and it's maybe only 40 degrees, you can still, if you remain in those wet clothes, you can actually develop hypothermia.
And in Colorado, we have a saying, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad equipment, bad gear. And so you can go out in all sorts of weather. And you look at other countries, kids go out in below zero temperatures as long as they're dressed appropriately. And that's the layers that Natalie is talking about. If they get wet, if they get cold, if they get hot, you can take a layer off.
Right.
And if you need to, you can put layers right back on. The thing with kids in particular, particular, my kids had the same thing, where they can go out there and they are shivering, but they don't know it, and they just want to keep playing. So,
well, especially in their teens, they're just going out in shorts and a.
I know it drives me crazy. Just keep an eye on them and say, bring them inside that hot chocolate. Great.
Keep an eye on exposed skin too, like nose and fingers for frostbite stuff.
Now here's a good video question. This is from Catherine from Connecticut about our furry friends.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Natalie and Dr. John. This is Pepper. I've been hearing lately about this mystery illness going around in dogs. What do I need to know, and how can I keep Pepper safe?
So this mystery illness, they actually have come up with a name with it. It's called Atypical Canine Respiratory Disease Complex, to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, ACARDC, just rolls right off the tongue. The symptoms of it, you can see right there. They start off usually with a cough, and that cough can go on for weeks. And dogs' cough are kind of strange. It can sound like gagging. It can sound like a cough. They get that runny nose, those runny eyes, sneezing, and then it can progress to pneumonia. The thing about the pneumonia is it doesn't respond to dog antibiotics, and so if they keep having this persistent pneumonia, it's something to think about. As far as how to keep them safe, it's just like with humans. You want them to avoid other animals that might be sick and passing it on. So if, playing with other animals that might be sick, playing with the toys of other animals that might be sick, you have to be careful.
Yeah, going to groomers.
Make sure your dogs are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Keep them up to date on their vaccines. That'll protect them from this as well.
That's great.
Good advice.
Dr. John, Dr. Natalie, thanks so much. That was great.
All right, coming up, we loved her
this morning because we've got Phoebe Denver with us. She's best known for her role as
look at that acting. Phoebe, good morning. It's just good. You know what I mean? You work with a good team here. So at first it seems like perhaps we're just going to watch this nice love story and then it turns into a thriller. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so it follows a couple that work at the same hedge fund, and Emily, my character, gets promoted, and it kind of, throws their relationship into turmoil. It's downhill from there.
Yeah. Whenever I hear somebody say, they're a hedge fund, something, it just goes over my head. I literally know nothing about it. Were you familiar with this world at all?
Not at all. I mean, it couldn't be further from what I do on a daily basis. But I did a bit of research. I mean, the first thing I did was buy literally a book called Hedge Funds for Dummies and highlighted it and kind of pretend to really soak it in. But really, still most of it went over my head. And then I kind of zoomed a few guys that work in finance and learned the basics.
I'm a little expert.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So what's interesting about this movie is that it really examines gender roles and masculinity. As you went into this, were you kind of surprised at the layers this has?
Yeah, I mean, Chloe DeMont, our director, it was her script. And as soon as I read it, I just thought, wow, this is something that needs to be explored. And I hadn't seen it explored before like this. So it immediately really excited me. And, to be written and directed by a woman was a thrill because it was from her perspective and her lens. And it was a very personal story to her. And it felt very personal to me and to a lot of women that I know.
In what way?
Just, I think a lot of women can relate to working in very male-dominated industries and having power dynamics within a relationship they have had or been in the past. So, there's lots of aspects that really made me really excited about making the movie.
Well, we were talking about it this morning. A lot of us didn't know. I didn't know that you come from a family in the industry. Your mom, a longtime actress, your dad, a screenwriter. What influence do you think they had on your careers? And then when you get these roles, I mean, do they talk to you about them? Do you say, hey, Mom, let's run some lines? Or, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, my parents, they're up in Manchester in England, and they're both, my dad's a writer, my mum's been on a soap for 38 years.
38 years?
Yeah.
So, I mean, a soap is one thing. What did she think of Bridgerton? Like, when they saw...
She loved it.
I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, she loved it. They were so excited by it all. Yeah, they're still very excited by everything I do.
Could you go back and watch Bridgerton with your parents?
They loved it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They watched it a couple of times, I think. And Fair Play, which is...
Yeah.
And you've got, talk about Fair Play, I mean, because that's your second film, and you've got more on the horizon. When you're on this ascent, how does that feel as you notice things really starting to click into place for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've always just focused on the work, and I think actually getting the script for Fair Play was a huge moment in my career, because I was just like, wow, this is the material that I can get now. This is crazy. So I think, yeah, just the projects that I'm able to be involved in is the dream. I'm pinching myself.
I love it.
We're so happy for you.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Such a delight. Thank you, Phoebe. Fair Play is streaming now on on Netflix.
And coming up, we've got Allie Love showing us fun couples looks for every type of holiday gathering. Third hour today. We'll be right back.
Travel, there is nothing like it.
Dancing is my passion.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't been easy.
Now I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision change.
We are back with today's holiday gift
Craig's
guide.
back.
That's right. Hopefully, people didn't even notice he was gone. He was so smooth. He's so smooth. Hopefully by now you've brought the big gifts. So now we're going to focus on the little things. Lifestyle expert Amy E. Goodman is here sharing some last-minute stocking stuff.
Just in time.
You can still get in time for Christmas. And
Hi,
Craig
Amy.
doing some shopping.
Yes.
Right here.
The little things are what makes it special.
Okay, so I love honey, cheese, and crackers. Woo!
Yes, this is from the Truffleist. It is their truffle-infused honey. What I love this is it has the Finger Lakes honey from upper state New York. It has the black truffle from Tuscany in northern Italy. And all of this is made together in their facility in Long Island. So different ways to eat it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what do you do with truffle honey?
Yeah, you can do it atop arugula goat cheese salad. I know she's going to make you one way. It's delicious.
Oh, okay.
Broiled atop salmon.
I didn't do it as pretty as it's like two flavors in one, and it works perfectly.
It's gorgeous, right?
Ooh,
So I
what
like
were
the
you saying?
salty sweet also. You could do it even atop ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, butter pecan ice cream. There's different ways that it's good, isn't it?
That's delicious.
Yes, so that's $22. I think a key with stocking stuffer is something unique and different you might not necessarily buy for yourself.
Yes.
And introducing you to new flavor mixes too. I like
That
the
is
reaction.
delicious.
Very nice.
It's really
Truffle
good.
All right, sticky socks.
Yes, this is Sticky Bee Socks, a woman-owned company. Why not put socks into the stocking, right? Like the socks themselves. So what's really nice, they do have a little grip bottom, so you don't slip. I love the designs. There's a lot of fun, punchy designs. And on the very bottom, they have these bee leaf mantras. So this one says, be merry, be bright, be naughty, be nice, and be kind. So they have non-holiday themed ones as
Dylan,
well.
you don't need a sock that says be naughty.
Why?
Well, that kind of came out of nowhere.
Right?
Yummy.
Those start at $15.
Okay.
Anchoring your cords, very important.
This is from Cord Brick. It is a weighted cord organizer. So if you feel it, it's actually very
Perfect for you, Al.
flexi bendy, but it also has a little tiny bit of steel in there. So they have like 8 different uses for them, but I love it placed on a nightstand so that your cords don't slip down off the nightstand.
Pulls your phone off the nightstand.
At night, exactly. So they come in 7 different really fun colors. It's an award-winning item, so really fun and great to organize all your cords on the go.
I like that.
Because it looks like you can get like at least 6 in there.
Yes, it holds a number, and you can even use it as a phone prop. You can use it for your earbuds to organize those, and just to keep your cords nice and organized.
Grooming your manly beard.
Yes, this is the beard trimmer. It comes with 11 different accessories, and it's by Trim, T-R-Y-M, and from PureEnrichment.com. And all the things that you need to trim your beard, your mustache, your body hair. It actually has a lithium battery, so it's going to last 8. Well, I was trying to say it in a very.
This will be great for you to do that grooming, Craig.
Yes, 80 minutes of cordless grooming in the bathroom. I can't imagine what you do in there.
I was going to say,
Right.
it's 80 minutes.
Well,
What do you shave?
Have you seen our stage manager, Zach?
That's true.
It's like a bear.
Chest alone.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Mind your own
It's a
business.
ricochet shot.
Yeah, Zach's like, what do you say?
He's like, I'm just standing here minding my own business.
And that ridiculous sweater.
Cordless
Show that sweater. Jason, you got to show that sweater.
That could use a bit of a trim.
Can we show that sweater?
No, to the front.
Make your sweater, make it talk.
Well,
All right,
it was good knowing Zach.
Let's move on to lip glosses.
Everybody says these are so good. It's so hot. It's so trending. These are from Dior Addict. It is their lip glow oils. And so these are lip oils that are going to literally magnify the beauty of your natural lip color. So these are phenomenal. It contains cherry oil, which is very soothing and moisturizing and nourishing to the lip. So you can apply it atop of your lipstick. You could do it on the bottom, just on a plain lip to enhance your lip color.
Oh, it tingles.
Oh, it has a nice little effect there, right?
That's a good color for you, too.
Thank you. Right? So those are $40.
I do. I like this stuff very
and
much.
It comes in 8.
Yes, if I put it on, I get to keep it.
And yes, exactly. You want to all just put them on your lips right now so that nobody else can grab them. They're $40.
Because sometimes you wouldn't buy it for yourself.
No, exactly. And it does have that like moisturizing, but also enhancing the natural lip color, which I absolutely love.
Yeah. And what is this?
Craig and I are very excited about this body and linen mist.
All in one. This is from Sprig. There are a whole bunch of different flavors in terms of scents. So like sleep is lavender and
that's
vanilla.
nice.
It's
Lavender.
100% natural fragrance and essential oils. We're having lots of fun with these.
You know what?
right?
Here's the thing. If somebody gets this for you for Christmas, you're going to use it.
Absolutely.
Like, this is one of those things where I feel like,
it's so
again, you may not buy it for yourself, but you'll use it.
And exactly. And now they're offering us a little
Recharge.
code on today.com so you can save up to 15% off site-wide, not just these linen mists and body mists, but site-wide. So you get a little extra.
It's bipolar. What's
that?
You know,
the
plumber people. I love that.
Smells
All right.
good.
Hey, thank you so much. For more on, I don't
Maybe
know.
it's different.
I think it's the same company. For more on these products, head to today.com/gifts.
Relaxes, delightful. All right, coming up, holiday looks you will love.
Food and a holiday dinner and dessert that's going to have the whole family satisfied. Joe Isidori is a Michelin-starred chef, restaurateur, author. We love when he's here. Latest venture is Author and Sons. We have eaten there. We love it. Buzzworthy New York restaurant, serving up old school Italian classics.
Stuff people really want.
That's right.
Yes. What they want. We get right to the point.
You are going deep with a 40-layer lasagna.
40. Listen, Al, it started at 100. I couldn't sell that. I dropped it to 50. I think we're at 49.
Okay.
All right.
49-layer lasagna.
49. That's a bet. You take the over/under. Anyway, on Christmas, on holidays, Italians do one thing. We make lasagna. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to make our lasagna. First, we got to get our sauce ready. So we've got some garlic and some olive oil. I'm going to throw some onions in there. Just throw all that spice in there. Throw all that spice in there.
What is that?
That is garlic powder, oregano, salt, and pepper. Then we've got our
It's a lot of
double.
garlic in
You're
there,
going to spin that around.
Yes, sir.
No, I can smell it.
It's not enough garlic.
I like that.
I like garlic.
More
I
garlic.
like that your
So we're
lasagna
gonna
has the
spin-
red sauce. Like
It's
a
gotta
red
have a red
sauce
sauce.
lasagna is
I don't
my
like the
favorite.
bechamel.
No,
It's a
me
little too
neither.
creamy. So now you've activated your tomato paste. You're going to dump your tomato sauce in there. I used a crushed tomato. You can use a whole peeled tomato. High quality DOP, you know me tomato. We like to use the best. We're going to let that cook for about 3 hours.
3 hours
Yes.
to concentrate the flavor.
Wow. Wait,
Things don't happen quick
It
around
doesn't
here,
burn.
you know?
3
So
hours? Like stir it every once in a while. Lower than low?
bring it down. Concentrate the flavors.
Low and slow.
So this is like
With a lid or without a lid?
without a lid.
Okay.
Simmer. Pay attention. Stir the sauce. Stir the sauce.
3 hours.
So you can use this as a hardware marinara or marinara. You can keep it in the fridge. Use it for other things. We're going to use it for lasagna.
Okay.
So next we got our fresh lasagna sheets.
I told you I'm guilty. I need to start using
Fresh,
sheets.
never
You
dried.
Can buy, you can buy that?
The no boil stuff.
Okay.
I don't like
I'm
it.
guilty.
So we're going to blanch these real quick, right? And then you just kind of do it literally for like a second. Right?
That's it.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's
we have
it.
some made over here. So I'm just going to put this over here. Now you're going to
then?
start layering the 50-layer lasagna.
Okay. So a little bit in the bottom, a little
I'm
bit
telling
of
you,
sauce.
Katie hit 49. She gets the price. You're going to put that down, and it's kind of like a four-cheese lasagna. You've got your sauce. Now you're going to put provolone.
Provolone.
You're going to have some grated pecorino.
Too much provolone?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right.
We got to save some for another layer.
Okay.
Grated pecorino, grated parmesan. Then grab that ragout. It's always ragout, never ricotta. All right, put that, dollop that on there. Look, we're putting it to work.
Okay.
Now we're going to go with another layer.
Spread that.
Don't worry about it. It'll all work
there we
out in the
go.
oven. Now, here's the trick. You got to press it, right? You got to press it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to continue to put more sauce. You're going to keep layering it and keep layering it. And eventually, you will get to 50 layers.
That's good.
Right?
You have a bowl big enough.
Don't worry, it's big enough.
Delicious.
So after you make the lasagna, you're going to bake it in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour at around 350 plus degrees.
Joe,
Here's the trick. Yes.
Could you add some ground meat to this? If
You can. I don't. So my two nieces love this dish, Jolie and Carly, and they're both vegan, vegetarian. And I'm sorry, vegetarian, not vegan. And so we don't put meat in it.
Okay.
So it's for for my nieces because I love them. But yes, you can put meat in it. So you're gonna bake it. Here's the trick. You're gonna bake it once. You're going to take it out. You're going to put a little weight on it, put it in the refrigerator overnight, let it cool. Then you're going to pull it back out the next day, put it back in the oven for another 45 minutes, and let it come up to temp, and it's unbelievable. Al, look, that's all yours.
I mean, it's all
That's all
compressed
yours.
right there.
Yeah, hold on.
That's amazing.
Like a 12-hour
It's amazing.
lasagna.
Look at
Amazing.
that.
Look at this.
All the layers.
Look. Yeah, look.
Look at that.
Look at this.
gotta
Look at that cheese pull. Look at that cheese pull. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right,
What about cannolis, Joe?
So now we're going to get into cannolis, right?
Cannoli.
You know, so cannolis are a fun thing. So we like to do a little cannoli building station.
Oh my gosh.
Cheese pulls everywhere.
good.
That's it. We're good. We're good. So,
This is so delicious.
so you're going to take your cream. It's in a piping bag, and you're going to fill your cannolis, right? I like the minis.
What's in the cream?
This is an impastata. It's like a ricotta cheese.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of cinnamon oil in it, some vanilla, powdered sugar, and chocolate chips. So you're just going to keep filling these guys, right? And then afterwards, you've got all these different ingredients. You could dip them in pistachios like we have over here. What I like to do is I like to go into the chocolate shavings, and then because I taught my kid this work because I'm a gavone, I like to go right into chocolate like this.
Okay. Always dunking in
and
something.
then it goes real great. Like I said, I'm a gavone.
Works great on TV.
And it looks great, yeah. So it's a fun way.
I made you a cannoli.
Have a little holiday fun with your family with the cannoli building station.
Joe, this is awesome.
Well done,
Thank you very much. Thank you
so much, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
For these recipes, head to today.com/food, or you can scan the QR code to save them for the future. Third hour today. I'll be right back.
Well, now that we're full, thank you for joining us.
I ate the whole thing.
Tomorrow, the third hour.
Joe also says add the provolone to the
Add the provolone. That is a game
key.
changer.
Provolone is a game changer.
Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the best places to travel in 2024.
Coming up on Hoda and Jenna, award-winning actress and singer Cynthia Erivo.
We will see you back here tomorrow, folks.
Good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Manja.
All right.